Morning peeps. I've been wanting to do a Tea Tuesday. Yeah, I realize it isn't Tuesday, it's Thursday. That's just how I roll. Today, this is my favorite tea for drinking first thing in the morning. This is Twinings Lemon and Ginger, and that's what's in my cup right now. And I'll tell you why. I snore. Not a pretty sight, but I snore. And when I snore, that means my mouth is open. If I'm on my side, it don't do that, but if I'm on my back, that's what happens. Fortunately, spousal unit can sleep through that. But I usually wake up with cotton mouth and a scratchy throat. It's not sore, it's just scratchy. And this lemon and ginger is really good for if you're not feeling good, and it really, really, really helps my throat and stuff first thing in the morning. So it's my favorite first thing in the morning. And the Twinings one has the best flavor to me. I like it a lot. This is just a plain old Starbucks cup. I bought this from a thrift store, and the reason I liked it is not because it has Starbucks, but it's very heavy. It's a very heavy cup, and so I can, even though it's hot inside, it doesn't get overly hot on the outside, and I can keep my hands warm. TMI. Too much TMI. Anyways, I thought I'd show you my tea stuff. Y'all seen my steeper before. I have that. I have a tea ball. These are all for loose teas. I have this tea ball. And of course I have this. This is actually a vintage tea strainer, and it was my mother's. It's one of the many souvenirs, I guess you would say, of my mother's life that I have. This one, I don't ever really use it, simply because it is meant for if you have a pot and you steep your loose tea in the big pot and then you need to strain it, this will sit on your cup and you can pour it through there and strain out the leaves. But so I don't really use this because I don't ever do tea that way. Probably this is the one that I use the most, just because it's easy and convenient. This one is just, it comes apart easy, but for some reason I'm not good about getting it back together, the tea ball. But I have it in case I decide to use it. And it's got a little hook to hook it right on your cup. And of course I use this one probably second most. But if I'm in a hurry, I don't want to get it out. So anyway, it's steeper. But this morning, as you can see, this one's got a tea bag. It's quick and easy. And I don't use any sweetener in it. It's meant to soothe my cotton mouth. Anyways, just to go along with that, I have some trivia about tea. I know you wanted to hear this, right? It says there are about 3,000 different types of teas. That's a lot. It says mint tea isn't actually a tea, it's an infusion. Well, there you have it. That's why I don't like it. It's an infusion. It's not even a tea. Just gonna put that out there. Tea has more caffeine than coffee, but it's not as simple as that. That's the black teas. I know that they're, I don't know if it's going to put that in there because I didn't read all of them. But black tea has the highest, then green, then white, and then, of course, herb tea has nothing. So caffeine is in teas if you're not picking the right one. Number 4, the practice of putting milk in first is to do with social class, not taste. Of course, I don't normally ever put milk in my tea. I like it plain. Number 5, tea was so valuable in the 18th century that it was kept in a locked chest, which we now call a tea caddy. Huh. I didn't know that. As tea was so expensive, it was often cut with additives. When your friend makes you a cup of tea and you realize you have to end the... Stop. Sorry. Read too much there. I hate to think what else they put in. These additives, this is number 7. These additives include twigs, sawdust, and sheep dung. What? No. Number 8, you should never use boiling water for tea as you'll burn the leaf. My water's boiling every morning when I put it on. I didn't know that. Did you know that? Number 9, tea bags were invented in the early 1900s. Number 10, Earl Grey tea was named after the actual Earl Grey. He must have liked it. Number 11, black tea can affect iron absorption. I didn't know that. Number 12, Darjeeling is known as the champagne of tea. As like champagne, it all comes from one specific region. I don't know if I've ever tried that. I'll have to get some and try it. Number 13, tea is a diuretic. It makes you need to urinate. I didn't know that either. Number 14, the London tea auction ran for 300 years, according to the BBC. By the 1950s, a third of the world's tea was bought through the auction. Oh. And the last one, number 15, there is a British standard for the perfect cup of tea. I see. Somebody from Britain would have to tell me that because I don't know that. Anyway, just a little bit of trivia. I like teas. I always have. I did prefer coffee, but I'm staying away from that because I don't need the caffeine at all. But anyways, here's to you, peeps. Have a nice cup of tea. It's good for you. Okay, sort of. Hope this finds you flamazing. Stay blessed. Until next time. Hey, you made it to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.